Alabama hosts Vanderbilt after a game last year in which Vanderbilt hosted the Crimson Tide and left it all out there. Diego Pavia, the legend of Diego Pavia, began. All right, obviously you and I, we talked about him a bunch when he was at New Mexico State with Jerry Kill, right? And obviously we knew about him ahead of time, right? He was really good, but he wasn't what he is now, right? He's got Vanderbilt scoring almost 50 points a game, right? He's got 14 passing touchdowns on the year, which is top 10 in the entire country. He's taking care of the football. He's not taking sacks. He dominated South Carolina as a team, not even just Diego Pavia, right? And Cedric Alexander, talk about running backs that no one is talking about in the SEC that is silently having a fantastic season. So I think the instinct, right, when that line came out at 13.5 was for people to just pound Vanderbilt. Oh my gosh, why are they double-digit underdogs, right? Well, here's the thing, CD. Ty Simpson might be really good at football. This Bama team right now, I mean, sure, we can look at the recency bias of the Georgia game, but if you watched Ty Simpson play football since that first half of that Florida State game, where Ryan Grubb didn't even open up the offense at all. Dude, last year in this game, you lost the turnover battle and you gave up explosive plays. All right. Currently, Alabama has the best secondary in the country, probably, and they're playing like it, only giving up 113 yards per game through the air, right? And then, on top of that, 0 turnovers from this team. 0. None. You want to talk about discipline from these guys? You want to talk about a pride and a sense of urgency in taking care of the football? Not only that, and Ty Simpson being a top 10 passer in college football. Yeah, you heard that right. He's a top 10 passer in college football in terms of total yards with a 15-0 touchdown interception ratio, or 13, 14, however many touchdowns he's got. Yeah, I get why Bama's favored by this much. I get it. It's a lot of points. CD, where are you at with this?
Yeah, currently Ty Simpson is tied for second in Heisman odds right now. I mean, and that's not hyperbole. That's not an overreaction. He has been that kind of impact to this Alabama football team. You can only imagine if they had this kind of quarterback consistency the past couple of years, what that team, what those talent levels would have done with Saban's last year, and then obviously last year with DeBoer as well. But yeah, I mean, extremely impressed by how they've responded ever since that Florida State game. You got caught lacking in a weird environment, a weird weather situation with a weird scheme. They ran the football extremely well against you. Georgia ran the ball extremely well against you as well. A little bit more explosive plays, a little bit of down consistency as well. But that's also one of the best offensive lines in the country. I don't quite think Vanderbilt has the bodies to just kind of lean on Bama up front. But listen, man, like you talk about Pavia, man, it's not a fluke. They're not doing these gimmicky plays. This is a really good offense right now. It is a really good offense. They got talent on the outside with Sherrell, Richardson, Stowers, guys like that. You talked about Cedric Alexander and what he's doing through the ground as well as through the air, and what they can do. That defense I do worry about. I could see a spot here where you're getting into a shootout similar to what you had last year. But Bama, I think, has the pass rushers this year as well as the secondary to get off the field on third down that you could not do last year against Vanderbilt. This is not a spot where I don't expect a letdown spot here. This is a massive game. It's personal for Alabama. I think you've got College Game Day coming there. It's going to be massive, notoriety. It's not like you're going to get snuck up on by Vanderbilt. They're not doing that to anybody this year. I think everyone is terrified of Pavia and everyone else on that roster and what they can do in that coaching staff. Clark Lee done a fantastic job for the Commodores there. I like Bama in this spot. I don't love it. I like it. I'll take them at minus 10.5. What we're picking it at here. I expect them to get it done, man. And all of a sudden, they have catapulted themselves right back into playoff conversation, right back into the SEC. Even though it's literally only September and we're getting into October now. What a whirlwind of a month it was for Alabama. As for Vanderbilt, yeah, man, this is it's a spot here. That the really tough stretch they got coming up here with Alabama on the road, with LSU, Missouri, and Texas on the road as well. That month of October, they got a buy in there somewhere as well. That's not easy at all, but it's going to be what it is for Vanderbilt. And they can come out of that the other side, get a steal a win or two in that, and they put themselves right in the playoff consideration, right? So this is also big here too. If you're Vanderbilt, you don't have to win this football game. It's not a do or die for your playoff hopes. And I'm serious about playoff hopes, right? Just keep it close, and go on the road and put up a respectable fight and see what you get there. But hey, if you're Alabama, I think this has to be personal. Like this has to be. I expect an extremely talented team to get it done here at home, and keep their winning streak alive. Right, a lot's been made of that. Seems recently a couple long home winning streaks. Obviously, Georgia had theirs snapped by the Crimson Tide, but yeah, 10.5. I'll take Alabama. Don't love it, but I'll take it.
Yeah, and I didn't necessarily have CJ Hurd being one of the best defensive players so far in the SEC. I didn't have this edge rusher group being as effective as it is so far for Vanderbilt. Like, it's not even just offense. Like, defensively, they've looked pretty impressive, which is not what we saw last. Like, that's what's different about this year than last year. It's like, oh, like they have some juice on defense. They have guys that can play very physically. They have guys in the trenches. They have guys in the trenches, CD, that are not SEC players. Like, which sounds rude to say about Vanderbilt, but like we haven't seen that. Like in the last couple of years, we haven't seen that. But I'm with you though. I will lay Bama minus 10.5. Not feel good about that at all. I'm with you. I think that Bama gets it done. You want to talk about CD? How big this game is too? In terms of like SEC offensive coordinators. All right, I've got 5 guys on my list, like my tier A in terms of 2025 performance so far this year. I got a tier A. All right, and that tier A consists of 5 guys in no particular order. You got Kirby Moore, you got Colin Klein, you've got Jeff Lebby, and then right here you've got Ryan Grubb and Tim Beck. Those are right now my tier A offensive coordinators in the SEC. 2 of them squaring off this week. Not to mention Clark Lee in charge of that defense as well. Kalen DeBoer and Alabama fans not been super happy with the performance of particular defensive staff for Alabama. That's what makes it scary, right? But the reason you lost this game last year was losing the turnover battle and giving up explosive plays. You haven't turned the ball over a single time this year. And you were giving up only 113 yards passing on the year because your secondary is probably the most talented in the entire country, and it may not even be close.